Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another episode of Beelzebub's Big Bean Buster. This is RockLeeSmile, and I'm back with Alpacapatrol and Last Grey Wolf. How's it going, everybody?
You're just good with alliteration, aren't you, Nick?
Too good. It's too good.
That is literally the only thing I do. Yeah, it's just a bunch of words with the same first letter.
I wish I was
The
good
secret's
with
revealed.
alliteration. You should be
You
a
can
rapper.
be.
Yeah.
You have a very large vocabulary, and I know this to be a fact. All you need to do is take a bunch of those words, think of a sequence, and just lay them out.
See,
The end.
I was always
Yeah, but-
bad at like rapping and having rhythm and rhymes and stuff. Like I feel like this is a similar scenario.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like
Rapping,
Nick's-
rhythm, rhyme, similar scenario. I mean, you're
Yeah.
basically most of the way there.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like Nick's intro could have used a little bit of more 4D, 3D.
For
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, we were
Maybe
talking
a
about
hat wobble or a Flaugenstau.
can
Yeah,
I
that'd
get
be
a Florgenstau? Yeah, did I show you guys that video? Like you guys hadn't seen it before I showed it to you?
I knew about
no, yeah,
Tim and
you
Eric, but I don't know where it was. Either you or Ryan that showed it to me. I don't really
Okay.
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you
No, that's the. If you guys have never at home, if you've never seen Tim and Eric, firstly watch that show because
You know
they're
they're
fucking
decent.
geniuses. They really?
Yes.
That sounds amazing. Did you ever see the movie?
The movie. No, I did not.
It was so good. Like, actually, Nick, I think you would especially love the movie if you watch the movie.
I might. I don't know if I might. Maybe I might.
I think you would. But anyway, the so like one of my favorite bits from Tim and Eric is Celery Man, and if you've never seen it, go to YouTube right now. Well, actually, not right now. Wait.
Right, not right now.
Potentially
You're on
an
YouTube
hour or
already.
something.
Hey Siri, run sequence Celery Man.
And watch Celery Man because it's like the greatest. Oh, I
I get
love
a
me some
printout
Celery
of oyster smiling.
Man.
I really wish someone would write that computer program that like asks you about sequences and then just like puts dancers in and you could like print out shit for some reason.
It's like a dancer version of you doing like the most ridiculous dance possible.
You just compile a set of like 100 different people dancing and doing some basic dance moves and then just like procedurally generate everything else.
That sounds like Just Dance. It's
Gonna be
basically
okay?
Just Dance.
Yeah, everything's gonna be okay.
Ellie, are you okay? Are
No.
you okay?
Not at all.
Because
What about Annie?
Annie is
What about
not
Annie?
okay. Ellie
Oh,
is
shit.
great, however. What is this?
What
What was wrong with Annie anyway? Why was Michael Jackson asking so many times?
She's got her gun, so that was the problem actually.
Wait. I thought Janie had a gun.
Janie had a gun.
No.
Yeah.
Annie. Well, okay, so that's the thing. Annie was supposed to get her gun, and then she never
Oh.
did.
We're
And who
I
took
think
it
we
was
were
Jane.
Would
referencing
have
an
been-
Aerosmith song,
Wait, what?
actually. I thought that was an Aerosmith song that
It
we were
is.
referencing up
Janie,
against.
Yeah, we were Janie.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the sequence of events, though. You have Ellie, who's okay, Annie, who's not okay but doesn't have a gun, and then Janie, who's not okay and has a gun.
Right.
So we have
So
three
that's
different
the hierarchy of wellness:
That's
is
how it happens,
no
yeah.
gun, not so good; no gun, medium; and then has gun, great.
Right. Right. Exactly.
And Second Amendment rights.
Or
in
you know
the
what?
state.
We hadn't really considered the possibility that Annie did have a gun, but didn't have her gun.
Of somebody else's gun.
Mm-hmm. And in fact, by that rationale, Jane, she just has a gun, right? So
So if you have someone else's gun, does that put you slightly below having a gun in terms of wellness?
I'm not sure. It might.
I don't know.
I think it's a philosophical point that philosophers have been questioning for thousands of years now.
Well, it's like the theory of forms, right? Like the most ideal gun is the one that you own.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
any gun lesser than the one you own puts you on a separate level emotionally.
That's a good point. That's an excellent point. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hadn't really considered that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, that's yeah.
I'd love to hear what you guys think about this in the comments. Like, where's the hierarchy of gun ownership for you personally? If you would be just as comfortable with someone else's gun as your own, or, you know, any permutation thereof.
Right.
Yeah, I would like to know that as well. That'd be very interesting information to find out. Oh, my stomach kind of hurts.
I don't know what just
Yeah, I'm
happened.
with you,
So.
man.
I was-
I had a McGriddle today, so I totally hear you on that.
Yeah. Fun fact, I just had McDonald's. That's what I had for dinner. I went out and got
Yep.
McDonald's.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mickey D's bad stomach club.
It does
I
do
had
that.
mozzarella sticks for lunch because that's just how much I care about lunch, apparently.
That's fair, yeah. And, I haven't had
But
mozzarella sticks in a while.
they're good. They're really good.
They are. I always question how they make mozzarella sticks, not because I think they're of questionable quality, but more
Bread
that
it.
like,
It's
well,
breaded
yeah, but see,
cheese,
that's the
man.
thing. That's what I'm saying is like, how do they do that? Because it's just cheese, right? Like, how do they bread the cheese and then get it so that there's a breaded casing around?
Usually
a
egg
cheesy
wash, I
innard?
think.
Egg wash. What's that?
Well, it's just like egg yolk mixed up in a bowl, and you just take a little like a spreader and you put it over whatever you want to
okay.
bread, and then when you roll it in the breadcrumbs, it sticks. But mozzarella might be sticky enough as it is. You might just roll it around. I don't know. I've never made mozzarella sticks myself, but I'm
Yes.
certain someone in the comments has.
Yeah, I'm very confused about it. Really, it's
I should ask Siri actually
me
how
too.
to make mozzarella sticks.
Ow, Austin.
Sorry, that was a disgusting combo you had there. I
Yeah,
had to
it's,
stop
it's
it.
a good combo.
You would have destroyed us.
Yeah.
Siri, tell me how to make mozzarella sticks. Siri,
Siri's from the
tell me how to
future.
make mozzarella sticks.
The main ingredients in mozzarella sticks are mozzarella, batter, cooking, and breadcrumbs.
I was really hoping she was gonna say sticks.
So mozzarella sticks are actually a elongated piece of battered or breaded mozzarella. In the U.S., this deep-fried snack is often served at restaurants as an appetizer or as North American pub fare. Mozzarella sticks are sometimes added to an appetizer sampler that may include other finger foods such as buffalo wings, potato skins, fried zucchini, or even nachos. Though mozzarella cheese is Italian, mozzarella sticks are unheard of in traditional Italian cuisine and restaurants.
It's not terribly surprising to me.
I've learned something today.
Thank you, Siri.
Thanks, Siri.
Thanks, Siri. Everyone thanks
You've
Siri.
enriched all of our lives a little bit today.
You
I hope Siri can be like the fourth member of this show now.
Yeah, that'd be good. If you ever have a question, we can just ask Siri, and then
Yeah.
she'll pipe in and she'll let us know what we need to do.
Have you not had I know that you just got this phone. You didn't have an iPhone before?
Yeah, I had an iPhone 4. It wasn't able to Siri.
Oh, it didn't have
so,
the Siri capability.
no Siriing there.
Oh,
Then.
I see.
No Siri.
That's interesting. Did you guys see that Microsoft has their own version of Siri now called Cortana? You guys see that?
Yeah. Heard
Yeah.
it's
I
good.
thought you were gonna say they have their own version of Mojang. It's called Mojang.
They do have that too. No, but like in the commercials for Cortana, now I need to see. I really want to find out how Cortana works because like in the commercial they have like Siri next to it. They don't say it's Siri, but it's Siri. And then it's like, hey, whatever. Can you tell me where to get to the liquor store? And then Siri's like, the liquor store is at blah 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 blah. And then Cortana's like, yeah, fuck you, but it's just right down the street, bro. They actually have like bottles of vodka for like $5. And just like Cortana speaks like perfectly capable English, and it's like I
No.
highly doubt that it sounds like that.
What they were selling was very specific interactions, because in the commercial I saw, it was a guy saying, remind me next time my wife calls that it's our anniversary, and then tell me when I'm near a flower shop so I can buy flowers. And it just like contextually understood your wife is this contact, and then when I get a call, I'll automate sending you a message as a reminder, and then also we'll make a note on your GPS using location data to then pinpoint where's a flower shop and then send you a message for that. So, it doesn't have that kind of cross-communication capability at this point as far as I'm aware for Siri, but I can't imagine that's a thing that wouldn't eventually happen.
Yeah, it just seemed like a very misleading commercial, and I really just want to hear what. Oh no, what does this do? Oh, okay.
I just want to ask Siri for like a hat wobble or a Flaugenstau.
Yeah, Flargenstau. Could you add a Flargenstau? Now, what is it? Now Tane I can get behind.
Yeah, Tane I can get behind. But I'm amazed how well, actually, that both the Google app and Siri can understand what I'm saying. And for the most part, it's been very, very good. So it's come a long way since the few years ago when it was introduced. And I know the Google app has been largely ahead of it, but I feel like they're pretty close now in
Yeah.
terms of ability.
Yeah, maybe. I heard there was a bunch of controversy over the new iPhone 6 or whatever, but oh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I might as well lampshade it. I got one. My phone was dying. The battery was draining at like about 1% every 10 minutes or so. Maybe no, like 5 minutes. And it was getting a little ridiculous. Maybe 5 minutes isn't even as much. Maybe like 1% per minute. But I was just like running through batteries. So I was like, hey, I got a bunch of money that just happened to come through right beforehand. And I went ahead and just bought one. And I have no problems. I have no issues with it so far. Aside from people telling me I'm an idiot and I should have bought an Android phone, I've had an iPhone for a while. I feel pretty comfortable with the interface. I don't have any problem with Android phones, but I didn't really see a reason to change now. I got everything kind of set up the way it is. I'm not a massive Apple fan or anything either. I mean, I could easily change in the future, but for now, it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Yeah, totally.
There were people telling me that there were like all these extra fees and stuff. I was like, I didn't get any of that, so
Maybe
I don't know.
now, maybe 6 months down the road you will.
No,
Yeah.
the thing that they were saying is that there's a plan that if I was on their contract deal, that I would have had to pay an extra $40 or something every month. And like, no, I don't. I bought the
okay.
phone outright. I'm not paying for it per month. So I actually save money on both ends of that then.
Oh, that's good.
You know, it's a big fee to start out, but like now I own my phone, and if I don't want to stay with AT&T, I don't have to deal with a termination charge or any of that bullshit. I just leave.
Right.
So I could absorb the cost at the moment. It was a lot of money. I probably shouldn't have spent it in the scheme of things, but I did. So I needed a phone.
Yeah, I feel the same way with PS4. I probably could have not bought one, but I just wanted one, and the money was there, and now I have a PS4.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the whole point of having, luxury part of your income is to, spend on luxury, so nothing wrong with it. Oh, that card has a lot of things.
There's a couple things
Look at the
on it.
things that it has.
It
Okay.
has, like, some things.
I'm just gonna say it. And I know that I have no reason to be a judgment on whether something is OP, but a 5-mana flying first strike lifelink protection from demons and from dragons, 5/5. That seems a little bit OP for 5 mana.
Nah,
I mean,
seems okay to me. Where did
yeah,
my creature go, by the way? I mean, I know it's gone, but like, I don't see it anywhere.
it's in the graveyard.
Yeah, he killed it.
Is it in my graveyard? Because I don't see it there.
Yeah, the Mentor of the Meek.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot I put flying on. I was like, why? That doesn't have
powers.
flying.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just looking at the... I gotcha. Well, can I not... Oh, man, if I draw a certain card...
There was one guy in the comments who was like really mad that I suggested that that one card with the giving the life link and giving the damage from the life link was OP. He was like really mad. He was like, Austin just created a deck like that none of you fuckers created that had a combo. And I was like, okay, calm yourself. Firstly, secondly,
Oh, well, he's
none of
right.
us-
I'm so much better than both of you.
No one created this. No one created these decks. Like we didn't create any of these decks.
I created my deck.
Didn't you use the template or whatever?
The one that I'm using now I did, but I was using the green deck and I made that from nothing.
Yeah, I mean I had that too, but we were talking about this deck that that we were using in that video. I created the goblin deck
Yeah.
too from scratch.
That's what I was talking about. I did create it from nothing in that video.
Yeah. Wait. What?
The one I'm using right now, I didn't create from scratch. I substituted out like half the cards or so. But the green deck, I made from nothing. I just made it
fuck
out of.
you guys, I guess.
You're done.
All right. Well, do I just lose?
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
Okay. Well, sucks to be me.
Does.
Where is spectate? There we go. But yeah, no, the one that we used it was like a video ago. You're still using this
Feels
deck.
Yeah, it's the same deck.
No,
mean,
I just changed this game. Last video, I used a different deck than
Oh,
this
really?
video.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Nobody believes me. I just said it twice.
I don't-
Sorry, Nick. I can't even fathom the idea of you using a new deck. It just
Me either.
Yeah.
no. But I mean, this is the template. But I think I changed about 20 cards in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I changed some cards too, but still, we didn't create. Well, I mean, I guess Nick
No,
created that.
I
deck
didn't.
another time, but
No, yeah, I didn't think of this combo. This combo was thought of for me.
Yeah, I didn't think of the combo that I had in that deck either.
I will say this deck has a shit ton of synergy. Like this is a completely different combo than what I was
Mhm.
doing before with a different card.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Yeah, well, I mean, it just kind of shows like that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to use their combos. I wish they gave you more options so that you didn't have
Yeah.
to use their combos, but
Funnily enough, the thing I use to kill you is target opponents, so I get to choose who takes the damage. It's not just both of you,
oh really?
which is weird because it's a much more expensive card.
Hmm.
I guess you don't
So
have to pay for
torn
it
right
every time.
now.
Oh yeah.
You have a lot of cards, Nick. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, but I have very few moves. Like I have a couple of moves that could be very useful, but they could also really backfire, depending on how you react to them.
Right.
Uh,
That is something that I'm very impressed with Magic is just the amount of moves you can get from like one or two cards is absurd. Like there's so many options. It's probably
Yeah,
makes it
I'm
really.
just gonna put this
That's
down.
why like, Hearthstone to me is a little less because there's less to do with the cards. They're a lot more specific.
I went back to Hearthstone and I liked it more. I could see the depth more, but there definitely is depth with Hearthstone. It's just in a different way. Like I guess
Yeah.
the cards don't inherently do as much as cards do in Magic, but I think that's part of design because in Hearthstone, you can choose who to attack and when to attack and what to attack and stuff, and that's I think where the depth comes in is like more I guess decision making. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily more decision making than Magic, but I mean like it's less to do with execution
Of
than it is
course.
to do with decision making as far as Hearthstone is concerned. Not in comparison to Magic, I suppose, is what I'll say.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah, no, I went back and I liked Hearthstone. God, you guys and your fucking Nimbus wings.
Right.
They're pretty good cards, man.
Yeah, it's
You should try them
bullshit
one
cards.
time.
I know. I should make another white deck. I should make a white deck like you guys, and have Nimbus wings in it.
You guys this.
You people.
I don't know how many options you got in here, Nick, but it's not looking too good.
Yeah, I think you lost.
It's like a pretty impressive play to get through all this with only 4 land as well.
Yeah. The thing is, I didn't get enough land. Well, we'll
Oh
see what
yeah,
happens.
that's the worst kind of loss. This is the not having land loss.
You're just gonna throw it all at me and then make me choose?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see what else you got.
Suck it.
I will.
Would you have lived? No, I don't think you would have.
Can we not count my death already?
No, you.
I still have like 10 more seconds of being alive.
Well, I was gonna
Grant
say,
me.
like, would you have lived if you took Baneslayer Angel instead because it has lifelink? And I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he'd be dead because of the extra damage that I'll
Yeah.
do. And I honestly probably didn't even have to block. I could just.
You didn't have to block.
Yeah, actually, wow, you gave it a counter. That's funny.
Huh. How does it get countered?
Wait, how did it get a counter? Oh, because I
'cause
blocked
you
the
gain
life.
life. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, it's still counted for me.
Ugh.
Man, this snowballing happens way too fast sometimes.
Yeah.
I enjoy this deck a lot.
Yeah, it's like
Gain
it
life and take life.
doubles your damage basically with the life link.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
God.
very close to starting my own spiral issue because every time I was attacking, I was getting a +1/+1 on my one flyer, and you guys didn't have a lot of flyers out yet, except, you killed the
Yeah,
one that I
but-
needed at the first.
That card that gets counter stops at 3 and then goes away.
Yeah, and then I get like 8 life or something?
10, yeah.
10?
I guess that's good, but it wouldn't really have spiraled you necessarily that much.
3 is enough that it was more than the power and toughness of the majority of what you had out until you all of a sudden had a 7/8.
Right.
Yeah.
So once I have more than you do, all of a sudden you don't want to attack me because I'm going to block and kill whatever you have. So
That's
that's
true, yeah.
kind of big. It only takes one thing to turn the trajectory around a little bit.
It's a momentum game. It's a momentous game with momentum.
And then my next goal was get more land because I had a few exile cards potentially. Well, I had 1 in my hand, but I was hoping to get more. And if I had the exile card, I could have gotten rid of your 7/8, and then maybe things could have changed if I stole your other one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I see. I didn't have anything really. The type of hand that I drew was based around the blood flow connoisseur and the goblin thing, and Austin killed the goblin thing.
I
So,
did kill the goblin thing. I was very debating whether to kill the goblin thing or
Yeah, that
the
was a good-
sacrifice thing. Yeah, I
Nah,
felt
that's a
like
good
the
choice.
goblin was
That-
more important.
Like
in the long
if
run.
you don't deal with that, then that shit gets out of hand so quick. Because like
Yeah.
then I got the rock slide elemental a couple turns later. Like that in conjunction with the other one, just would have
been a nasty. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have gotten. I would have that would have been up to like 10-10 real quick. Especially
Fucking
since I
rock slide and pride mate, man. You freaking spiral like crazy.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Heed the call. So that's green
No.
and white.
I'm not gonna do that.
I would think.
I'm not gonna heed the call.
You should heed my call.
I'm not gonna heed your call.
You
Is that
should
like a
heed
cat in
my
heat?
call. Yeah, as heat my call.
Heed my call.
Would you like to heat my call, please?
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me,
I'm wondering if you'd like to partake in heating my call.
Austin,
Hey Siri, could you heat my call?
Austin, are you white and black? You're white and black, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so that's this deck, so I can't use this deck. Save and quit, I guess.
Fucking nerd. Don't even try to copy me, man.
Yeah, I was trying to see.
They should add more colors to this damn game by now.
Yeah, that would be cool if they added like
Oh, wow, yeah.
like a fairy deck, like
I want
from,
what?
Well, because
Why you gotta-
Fairy deck?
no, because the
That's a color.
No, because the Pokemon added the new fairy type.
Right.
They should add chartreuse and they should add purple. I said purple should be a thing a long time ago.
Chartreuse.
They don't really have to add
So
chartreuse.
what kind of land would purple be like?
Purple would be like poisoned, corrupted shit.
But that's swamp.
No, not that kind of swamp. It would be like supernatural psychic corruption.
But what would you call it?
Purple.
No, the land type.
Yeah, he's got a purple. He's gonna put
Is
a
this
purple.
purple?
out.
All right.
Yeah.
It'd be like a goop field. It would be like what
A
the Zerg
goop
like to
field,
run
alright.
around on.
I use my magical land of Goop Field to summon this 3/3 Goop monster.
They all say land at the top. Who cares?
Well, no, there's mountains and swamp and
This is a goop field.
it's Goop Field. Okay.
Yeah.
Goop
So what do we
field.
got? You have mountains, swamps.
You really have to like count this slowly like that?
I-
we deal with this
islands,
shit all the time.
Plains
plains.
and
Oh, it's islands, right? Okay.
And forests.
And forests. So you still got like tundra.
tundra.
No, that's a thing already.
Is it? What's that one? for?
Tundras. There's lands that are specific,
Right. Right.
like specialized lands.
Yeah, yeah.
Sort of like the gates are a certain type of thing. There's also dual lands which have names.
We should have space. Space.
Sure.
land
Ooh, space.
Oh yeah, it could be black.
type. Yeah. Oh shit.
You can make it blue. Yeah. Well, you can make it purple. That could
What
be
about-
purple.
So they have all the primary colors and two. Yeah, they've taken a lot of that colors.
They could make rainbow cards.
Oh my
They could be
god.
all the colors.
Well, no, those are
except
gold.
that's gold.
Yeah. It's
Fuck.
already gold.
Gold. Ooh.
Silver.
Gold decks were things. There is a gold deck.
Yeah, and it was in 2013. It was no 2012. Excuse me. It was really
The Khan Blackblade was the man.
we banned it because it was too strong.
Gets your face off.
Yeah. Yeah, like
There's a gold dragon too.
I wish I could have Chantimul die again. I miss Chantimul
There were colorless decks. People used to make artifact decks all the time.
Yeah, I was trying to look through the colorless stuff, and there's nothing in this.
There was a
Yeah, they
colorless.
really don't like that.
Yeah, in 2011 there was a colorless.
I like colorless. Colorless is cool.
2011. The first Magic was 2012, wasn't it?
No, there was a 2011.
It might have just been like.
It was the first one.
Planeswalkers.
I
Yeah.
thought 2012 was the first one.
That might have been the first one that like was given a year.
Oh yeah,
as
you're
a-
right. 2012 was the first.
Hey Siri.
You're right. You're right.
Hey Siri.
Shut up, Siri. I don't want to hear shit from you.
What was the first Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers video game?
Let me have a look. Okay, I found this on the web for what was the first Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers video game.
It says 2013, so no.
Well, that's definitely
Alright,
not.
so Siri, you're
God
Good
damn
try,
it,
Siri.
Siri.
Thanks, but no thanks.
You're off the show, Siri. I can't.
Siri's a piece of shit. There was that one guy. You ever see that Scottish Siri?
Oh wait, was it
thing?
not called Duels of the Planeswalkers?
Oh,
No,
maybe
yeah,
not.
no, that was the first one. Magic. Oh, it might have been just. Fuck. Now
See, maybe Siri was right, and it just wasn't called that. Maybe she got me in a technicality.
Okay, Google. Magic the Gathering video game.
Magic.
Boom.
I wonder if Google could talk to Siri for me,
That would be
like
nice.
translate some stuff.
Google, check on Siri for me.
Oh, I forgot they made that one. Did you guys ever play? I never played it, but they had that Magic the Gathering video game that was on like the PS2 or something, where like you'd cast a card
Yes.
and it would have a 3D model pop out.
Yeah, it was Duels of the
20,
Planeswalkers, if I remember.
2012 was definitely the first one. It
It
was
was
released.
something of the Planeswalkers.
It was released. It was Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012, but it was released in 2011, so that's why I was confused.
Oh, okay. But there was a
Whoa.
PS1 game that I thought was called something of the Planeswalkers, and I had that, and it was from like, so I don't know, 2001.
Oh wait, here, yeah, Magic the Gathering Duels of the Planeswalkers is a 2009 game from Xbox Live Arcade.
No, that's not it.
Yeah, but that's
Oh,
amazing.
is that?
Yeah, they must have ported it way later or something, huh?
Is it really? No, there's no
Oh
way.
yeah, it's the same
Wow.
thing. It's the same
Shit,
thing.
because
I
I,
mean,
played
shit.
like I originally played on the 2009 version, then because I played it on Xbox way before I knew
Yeah.
you any
This-
So
guys.
2012 was 2009,
You know what's-
released in 2011.
Hilarious. You know what's hilarious about this? I'm looking at a picture of it. This is the same engine from 2009. It's the
course
same
it is.
exact one. They have
Tell me more
not-
about Call of Duty, please.
Well, that one is like shitty because it's like Infinity Ward was always making new engines for their games, or at least they made a new engine for the original Modern Warfare, and then after that, I think they updated the engine with Modern Warfare 2, and then the whole Infinity Ward thing debacle happened, and then they made like annual releases. And Infinity Ward wasn't really Infinity Ward anymore, and then they have been using the same engine from like Modern Warfare 2 onwards.
It's very important that they keep whatever engine is the engine that allows me to walk around a corner and shoot someone, and then from their perspective, I never entered their screen. We need that engine to go on forever.
Well, you know what? It's
I,
better. It's better than when Treyarch got to make their own engine because they made their own engine for World at War.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh, not World at War. The maybe was it World at War? No,
It
it was
probably was World
Call
at
of
War.
Duty,
That
no,
was
Call of Duty 3. That's the
Oh, that's right. They did 3
that
first.
really awful.
oh
one.
fuck that game.
That game was so bad.
I skipped from 2 to 4. I never even played 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know why you
Three's-
did that is because those are the ones made by Infinity Ward, and not
No, by Treyarch, and I skipped World at War for a while too because I thought it was pretty bad as well with
Yeah.
the infinitely respawning enemies. I really is not a fan of that.
That was another Treyarch one that was just like shitty.
Yeah, you want to hear a little cinema? I really, the past couple days have wanted to go play Modern Warfare 2 for
Have
a
you?
while. Yeah.
Eh, I'm like.
I
done
want
with
to
those
quickscope
games.
some noobs, dude.
Yeah.
I have Ghosts, but I've only played it like 3 times.
Yeah.
I have Ghosts as well, but you just can't. Modern Warfare 2 to me is my favorite of the series. It has a lot of, even though I know a lot of people don't like it because it's too hectic. I actually like the amount of hecticness. In
It had the Predator sight, and I think that's why I liked it. The 3 dots, and you could get it fairly easily because then they like locked it away behind a million things.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, we know you want this, so we're gonna make it take 72,000 hours.
I liked getting the M14. That was like my favorite. Because I don't know, man. I just love single shot, like semi-automatic rifles. Those are just cool.
I liked the game because I used so many different weapons in Modern Warfare 2. In other later games, it's just like UMP, the P40 or whatever it was in Modern Warfare 3. It's like always use those. In Modern Warfare 2, I would use the TAR, the UMP, the AK, the ACR, sniper. I would use so many different weapons because they were all so much fun.
Yeah.
And I would always want to play something different each game. And the later games, it was just the same.
I just loved having a shotgun as the secondary because that was like the greatest thing ever.
This is so stupid.
That was so good. I've told this story, I think, on Magic the Gathering before, but there was just this one moment. Is I think one of the finest moments in my gaming career when I was playing Modern Warfare 2. And it was on that map. You remember that map that was like a snow map and it had like trains and stuff on it?
Yes.
And then,
yes.
and it had
absolutely.
that central building and whatever.
it's
you
called
could
GM Snow Map.
claymore one of those stairways and camp the other. Instant tactical nuke.
See,
Easiest.
that's the thing. I wasn't even camping. I had my rifle and I had my shotgun secondary, and I got in there and I got like 5 kills in that building at first, and then it was like, all right, this is sweet. And then everyone on the map because I think it was just a free-for-all, everyone on the map started trying to kill me, and I think I racked up
the
like
worst
something
mistake.
ridiculous, like 40 kills. Like I was just swapping out guns because I was running out of ammo from killing people so hard. It was like the
Those three-
coolest thing. I don't think I even died. I think the map ended before I died, and it was like the greatest thing that I had ever done.
Yep. Should have hit your share button.
I should. I don't think they had that back then.
Free
Big
for all was
mistake.
only was 30 kills, I think, to win free for all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
single-handedly killed the entire other team and won the game.
yeah, I remember I used to play a lot of Search and Destroy, and I have a lot of cool clutch memories. I still think one of the best things was getting the first nuke, though. I was kind of a crazy guy for those nukes. I think I got upwards of like 100 and something
I
of
never
them.
used the nuke because that was fucking bullshit.
I loved it, dude. It was the
So
best.
Stupid.
I loved it because it was like, you know what? Fuck this game. I'm out of here. GG. That's how I
That
felt
was
every
so
time. It's just like,
stupid.
hey, fuck you. I'm done. See ya.
Whenever the map got nuked, it was just like, oh, all right.
Yeah, for everyone else, it sucks. It's
I
like,
guess we'll
God,
just
gotta
load
fuck
another
you.
fucking map. Then.
Yeah,
That's great.
but for the dude who throws the nuke, it's like, I did that. That's me.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have so many great memories of Call of Duty matches. We're such core gamers, aren't we, bros?
We really are. Except I never played it on the console like a scrub.
I did.
Whoa.
Yeah. Exactly.
Dude,
Console's where it's at, man. If you want to have fast reaction time in a first-person shooter, analog sticks are the way to go. You just turn the sensitivity up to 10, and you just run in circles. You can do it.
Hold on. Shh, for a second, hold on.
That was sarcasm.
What is going on?
Is this the ghost?
Hold
Rob-
on. Oh.
Sir, I think that's an alien.
That's weird. There's a bunch of strange noises on my fire escape.
Probably a bunch of squirrels having sex.
Maybe. If Nick's video goes up and mine doesn't, then you know that I'm dead.
Okay.
I don't know. There's some weird fucking noises.
I don't think Nick would post the video of you dying. So
Yeah, well, I mean, I could die after we get off the video or something.
right.
Like humped
Get
to
out.
death by a squirrel or something? Like,
Maybe.
what the hell's the problem?
I don't know. You can just like walk up on a fire escape and stuff, and just like
Yeah, but you can like look out there. You can see through them.
yeah. But see, I don't have curtains on my window, so
Yeah, I remember there was like a dude outside your building looking in at you while you were sleeping that one
It
time.
was really weird because like the guys who would work on my building like use the fire escapes to quickly get up to the roof, which is totally reasonable. Like it's a reasonable expectation for a person to have. And I would just like wake up at like 1 p.m. and there would just be like this guy, and we would like I'd be sleepy eyed and wake up and be like, oh shit, and then me and the guy on the fire escape would just like stare at each other for a second like,
Oh my god.
this is weird.
That's so sexual.
Yeah.
I'm imagining a dude with overalls, like a big O-fish guy with a 2x4 over his back, and he's just holding it up, and he's got like a cap turned a little sideways, and the sun's beating down on him, so he's dripping sweat, and he's just staring in your window, staring at you sleeping, and he just licks his lips, and you wake up and catch him in the eye. And then you just stay there for a really long time, and eventually you just leave, and he never leaves.
It was just the Spanish guy, actually. But then it was really
like my
awkward.
version.
Yeah, your version was good, but and then it was really awkward. I still have tape over my window because like I don't have a curtain. I don't have like a curtain rod or anything. So it got really creepy because like
Use the chair method, man.
Firstly, I can't jerk off because my window is like right next to my computer. So if there's just like guys just walking up and down my thing, and they always peer
Definitely
in.
can.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could, and then just like stare them in the eye and be like, yeah,
Stare
that's
them
right.
and be like,
Stare them in the eye and finish right in front of them.
Keep walking, motherfucker.
And just sit there afterwards, just stare. Don't move. Don't go to clean anything up.
Yeah.
Just sit there and just stare.
No, but, like, so what I did is I took just a bed sheet and I went up over my window and took some duct tape and I just started putting the thing up.
You just
but the
figured
guys
that shit
kept
out.
walking. But the guys kept walking, so I would be closer to the window. Like I would be like maybe 6 inches away from a person when I was like taping this fucking bed sheet up to my window, and I'd catch glances with them. It'd be like, this is weird, man, but I'm just gonna keep doing it. And then yeah, and then the worst part is that was a terrible system. Don't ever think that curtain rod is not a good idea and you could just duct tape sheets to your windows.
Yeah, tape falls off.
Because yeah, it totally falls off. So I'd just be like sitting in my room and then like part of it would fall off, and then again I would just be staring into the eyes of some Spanish guy like about to walk up the thing and just be like,
You make it sound like 24/7. There's like 3 or 4 dudes all standing huddled in a circle, waiting for your window to open slightly.
they were walking up and down. It was weird, man. I didn't like it at all.
After a while, you'd be like, "Hey, I thought you had some work to do, guys."
Hey, do you want to go watch Alpaca Patrol again? Huh?
Okay, you didn't need to have a Spanish accent. That was a little bit racist.
I thought they were Spanish.
I mean, they were, but...
Okay, then what's the issue?
Well, you're implying that they can't speak perfect English. Maybe they could. Maybe
implying they had a Spanish
like,
accent because they were Spanish.
What if they were formerly an English teacher, but then got fired off of like some trumped up I pissed in the coffee charge or something, and now he has to like pay the bills to feed his family by walking up fire escapes up and down for some sick weird rich guy who gets off on watching Spanish people walk up and down fire escapes. Maybe he is an excellent English speaker.
Ryan is a Canadian man who went to Korea to teach English, and you don't give him a Korean accent.
That's
How
true.
about that?
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if I can argue against this. Don't know.
That'd be really good if it was just like the Spanish worker outside my window was like, "Hey, can you move, bro?" And then you'd be like, "Oh yes, excuse me, sir. I'm sorry for intruding on your activities in your room."
My goodness, was I staring?
Oh dear.
My apologies.
Oh dear.
You're literally Nigel Thornberry.
Yeah, basically.
You were just so smashing.
He's got like a safari hat on and a big mustache.
He's got binoculars and no need for.
I really want, I wish I could grow really good facial hair, because if I could, I would get the sickest mad scientist mustache so I could twirl it. Or I guess it's more like a Dolly mustache so that you could twirl it. Because that's the reason
that's
Dolly
a
had
Dolly
the mustache.
mustache.
Yeah, so that you could
The one
twirl
that you're
mustache.
implying, I was thinking like 2 bushy brooms sticking out from the center of your nose.
Okay, I'm alright.
Which could
with
be
that.
awesome as well. That's kind of like the Dr. Robotnik thing.
Yeah, that would be sweet, actually. I'd like
Dr.
that.
Eggman.
Yeah, just cut it into cones. That would be amazing. That would be
And
amazing.
then
I would
just
love
shellac
that.
it into
Yeah.
shape forever. It looks like a fucking bow tie sitting in the middle of your face.
That's the greatest. You guys ever see those best beard in the world competitions?
Oh yeah, I saw a dude with a windmill made out of his beard.
Oh, those are great, man.
Dude, could it power a city?
I don't know what it
Probably.
could power, but at least it could probably power his sexual attraction to all women that see him.
Oh, someone got mad that we talked about Pokemon aren't like
dogfighting.
Dogfighting, right? And I remember, and what just came to mind now was that episode of Pokemon where they were using Pikachu to power the city. It's that is you have not only made them dogfight, but now they are slaves. That is fucked up.
I thought you were arguing they were slaves when they were dogfighting.
I
I
guess they are
maintain my
technically as
previous
well, yeah.
position on the matter.
Is that
No
the
further
people
comment.
people love the yeah. Well, I'm sure people.
I mean,
love
he
the-
does generate electricity, but I would think after a while he needs a refractory period or he's just going to burn out.
Yeah, I think that's what happens in the episode too.
Right,
I've
and
got-
that's kind of asking a lot of this little mouse cat or whatever it is.
Hey man,
mouse.
he could have evolved. All right, he didn't. He fucking love or something. I don't
Electric
know.
mouse, that's the word I was
An
looking
Electric
for.
Mouse, yeah. Electric Mouse should be the name of a dubstep band.
It may well be. Well, there's already Dead Mouse, so why not?
Dead mouse,
true.
electric mouse, fire mouse, water mouse, red mouse, blue mouse.
1 mouse,
We-
2 mouse,
we
island
mouse.
mouse, swamp mouse, mountain mouse.
Mountain mouse.
I was actually why
What
did
were you?
this- Oh, okay. So here, I was about to do Rob's segue. Let me explain my
Okay.
segue. All right, let me explain my segue. So you were talking about Dead Mouse, and then I thought about there was that story of Dead Mouse recently suing Disney because they used his property, and that happened because Disney sued them for using his thing, and then they used his and whatever he's suing them. And then I thought about suing, and then I thought about this Dave Chappelle interview that I watched recently, where
Wait, Dead Mouse is suing Disney or Disney suing Dead Mouse?
well,
Both.
Disney at first was suing Dead Mouse, and then he countersued them because they used his music or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, okay. So he gets to wear the mouse head,
Right.
and they get to use his music. Is that the agreement?
I guess, yeah. So there's a whole legal thing going on with there, but
Like they're actually just partners, but nobody knows.
yeah, probably they're just trumping this up so that they both get more famous. Maybe could be.
Yeah,
but-
Disney really does need a lot of publicity. They don't really
They
have
really
much.
do. I don't think anybody knows them, but No, so anyway, so I watched this Dave Chappelle interview because I guess he's been having a bit of a comeback, which I am super happy for. I really hope he does and starts doing comedy things more publicly again. But anyway, so he was on Jimmy Fallon, and Jimmy Fallon brings up that that Prince on his new album, you just used Dave Chappelle in the Prince bit from the Chappelle Show. You remember where he has the pancakes? He just used that image on the album, and Dave Chappelle's like, yeah, he's just like a fucking marketing genius, because like what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sue the guy for using the image of me in his image? Like, fucking genius, man. It was funnier when Dave Chappelle said it, but you know.
Yeah, I don't really know if that would really help him that much. Putting Dave Chappelle in his album, like that's just kind of just silly.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was just doing it because he's,
Like,
whatever.
I doubt he made a lot more money because he chose to put that image over not using that image.
No, not at all.
So,
No, yeah.
Incidentally, who cares, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's essentially what Dave Chappelle was saying, but he was just like making a joke, really. But I just thought it was funny.
I want to bring this up because this is. I feel like we should talk about this. Sir Mix-a-Lot is doing an AMA.
Yeah, my anaconda don't want
really?
none.
He is, and all the questions are exactly what they want, or what you'd want them to be.
Okay, that's good.
If I did push-ups and sit-ups and inadvertently lost my butt, would you still talk to me? Sir Mix-a-Lot, what is something you're very fond of and not afraid to lie about? Has another brother ever tried to deny, or are they no longer brother status?
It's so easy, though.
It is,
really
but it's still good.
I was hoping they'd be more imaginative than that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's like
I
a
skipped a bunch of
one-hit
questions
wonder
for
goes
actual questions,
on AMA.
but
Did he ever do anything besides, like, I mean, like, surely
he's
he
apparently
did,
a
obviously,
DJ.
but yeah.
He's a DJ.
Yeah.
Well,
so
yeah,
I guess
He mixed a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's from that era of hip hop in which that was the thing, right? Is the MC and the DJ. So like that's not really a thing anymore. Hip hop is like completely different now, where it's just like a.
Who is his master of ceremonies then?
I don't know.
I think Master of Ceremonies a lot.
I mean, he was the MC for that. He was the MC for that track specifically because he rapped. So I don't know.
Who's their hype man then? That's two levels removed MC.
Well, see, you don't necessarily need the hype man because the MC is supposed to take the role of the hype man. Initially, in hip-hop, how it really started is that people would go to concerts to see the DJ, not the MC. And the MC would really just act as a hype man. And so he would just, like, say things like, oh, shit, oh, yeah, that's hot. But then eventually they started, like, being more into the hyping by...
I know, I was thinking the same thing.
Like,
what? That wasn't like a stereotypically racist black man voice? Oh, yeah, that's hot. That's a stereotypically, like, MC-ist. Maybe I'm MC-ist. I can get behind that. But anyway, so, like, they do that, and then eventually it evolved into them rapping, and then eventually it became, like, who was a better lyricist, and then eventually it became, rap, and that rap was... And then the MC became more popular than the DJ, but
and Eminem was born in somewhere in there too, from 8 Mile.
DJs are just turning it up now. Is really all they do.
He was really good in 8 Mile. I don't know why he never acted in anything else.
Well, he got spaghetti, I think, on him, and he couldn't rap anymore after that.
His knees were weak and his arms were also heavy.
Shitty ass history, right? Whatever happened to Eminem? He actually got spaghetti on his clothes. He couldn't.
He vomited on his sweater, and that was the end of his rap career.
that was it. Yeah. There was actually
that was the ending. Oh.
There was this one. I don't know if you guys ever saw the video, but I forgot who directed that movie, but. So when they did it, yeah, probably the place that they did it in that was supposed to be 8 Mile was actually just like a place where they actually do rap battles in Detroit, and the people that filled the audience as like extras were just people who go to the venue to watch events and watch rap battles and stuff.
Oh wow,
And
so legit.
yeah, and so what they did actually is they decided that it would be really cool and it would be, I guess, probably great for the DVD really more than anything, but they thought it would be a really good idea to just say like, hey, does anybody want to come up and try to rap battle Eminem and see if you can beat him? And so they did. They held a competition for people rap battling Eminem. And they found all the best people, and I think he battled like 5 or 6 dudes. And there's a video of it on Vimeo or YouTube or something. And it's really good. It's funny because Eminem actually does legitimately smoke these guys, which is pretty cool. So
Probably not
Why?
on
Because he's
video.
white, Rob? Is that why it's cool?
no, because he did
Are
grow
you
up
sure?
in the
Because that's what it sounds like. you're saying.
in that rap battle environment, so he knows how to battle. So there are whole YouTube channels devoted to rap battling. Actually, it's a really good form of rap. It's how gangster rap really started. So
It's entertaining to watch. I also really like when there's somebody just randomly breakdancing as well.
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
I think it's the widest way to describe rap battles, Nick. I mean, it's entertaining.
Okay, I mean, you take a stab at it.
Yes, when those lyricists make the verbal poetry, it is a very entertaining endeavor for me to undertake, I'd say. Yeah. I want to watch some rap battles now. Oh man,
Epic rap battles of history are pretty good.
those are actually pretty good. Those are actually really well written. Most of them.
Very well written.
Not
Like
all of them.
amazingly well
No,
written.
some of them are awful. Most of them are okay.
Some of
Some
them-
of them are amazing.
So yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. But like in fairness to them, it's like they make a new one like once a month or once a week or whatever. So
They do like seasons.
I don't
yeah.
know. They're all millionaires, right? Doesn't it do really well on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
it's one of probably the best series or most viewed series on YouTube. It gets
What
like
channel is it on?
ERB, Epic Rap Battles of History.
is
Oh,
that
it's
what
got
it
its own. Okay, I thought it was like a sub thing.
It was
of,
on Nice Peter. Nice Peter is the one who started it with Epic Lloyd, and it was on Nice
Nice
Peter's
Peter.
channel.
I've got it.
But there
Nice
was like a
Peter.
Funny or Die or College Humor thing.
No,
No,
it was
no.
just Nice Peter.
Although I think they're gonna have their own show now too, aren't they?
I don't know. I know Epic Mealtime got their own show.
Everyone
Right.
gets their
Yeah.
own.
Epic
really,
Mealtime's got their own show.
except for Northern Lion.
I don't know what kind of show you would make out of a Let's Player though.
We're gonna need G4 back before that ever happens.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. See, G4 just like ran themselves into the ground. Is what they did.
It was awful.
Fucking Ninja Warrior and Cops marathons.
Dude, I remember watching Cheaters, not the shitty Cheaters of like, men cheating on women or that, but the show Cheaters where they gave you cheat codes for games. Like,
Oh really?
it was such a fucking cool show.
Oh
What are
yeah,
cheat
I remember
codes?
that too.
Are those
yeah.
like achievements?
Yeah, those don't exist anymore.
They don't,
That was
and that's
weird.
so sad.
I know. I forgot what game I was playing. It was some RTS or something, and I was like, oh, I should just look up the cheat codes. Like that would make this a lot easier. And then, because it's sort of like it is an RTS convention that they have like cool cheat codes for RTS games. Like that's just how a lot of RTS games have always been. Weren't any cheat codes. It's very sad.
Yeah. No cheat codes, no instruction booklets, very little content.
Yeah,
What content there is stretched out over multiple serialized game versions.
it's sad.
That's what we're used to now.
Yeah, and it's totally okay, right, guys? Like, we're okay with that, and we don't express our opinions about how we keep
Yeah.
buying these games, and sorry.
that. All that.
If you don't
said,
buy it, they won't make any more.
I
That's
know-
the Sims 4 motto.
I know people are cynical about it, but I actually like DLC. And before we continue,
Fuck you!
Yeah,
Oh my
Before we
God.
continue, let me just say good DLC, because there's a horse armor type DLC, and then there's a
There's
old
there's
gods
seasoned
type
base
DLC.
bullshit
Your
DLC
mother's
by
voice.
a past nonsense and
Yeah.
then there's Dark Souls 1 DLC,
Yeah,
the
because,
holy grail of DLC.
Yeah, like the thing about some like good DLC is like it's like an expansion that doesn't cost them a lot of money, and it doesn't cost me a lot of money, and it's not like fully expansion sized, although some are. But it's like more content for a game I like, and pretty cool. Some of the
Wrath
time.
of the Lamb is my idealized
Yes, that's a
DLC content.
that's a
Excellent
wonderful. But that's an expansion, yeah. So like that's I think they even called it an expansion, but yeah, like no, I like that kind of like that DLC is great because that's just like straight up.
It's not bad. It's just really fucking bad right now.
It can be bad, but it
Most of the time these days.
$30 fucking season passes for shit that
Season
never even
passes
comes out.
can
Yeah,
go fuck
I would
themselves
say-
in the anus.
yeah, I would even go so far as to say statistically DLC is bad. Like the majority of DLC is bad. But
And people have warped, like people defend it nowadays, and it weirds me out. It's like, man, are you like you're okay with this?
Yeah, I really like getting fucked in the ass by big publishers. It's
Yeah.
awesome, man.
I really like paying $100 for a game. Like what? No.
yeah. Yeah, and then also like if I even look at the I'll even partially defend sometimes the like day 1 DLC sometimes. And here's the scenario. If it's a game that came out on the console, like a lot of times what happens is that, you know, they have to go through that verification process through like Microsoft and stuff that takes like 6 months. So I mean, like, they just have a bunch of people being paid on staff until the game releases, so like they just work on something, and that's why some DLC is out. Now, that said, a lot of that, probably the majority of it, is like stuff that they just put a paywall in front of, like some of like the Batman DLC, where it's like planned. That, you know, that is one of the things about those Arkham games that is just like, I love those games. I think that Arkham Asylum and Arkham City are like some of the best games ever made, but they're just a little bit spoiled by how shitty their DLC practices.
Wasn't there a Mass Effect DLC where that like you couldn't see the proper ending of the game unless you bought it or something?
No,
was
that was-
Dragon Age.
That
There
was
was
Mass
the- there was
Effect.
a
There was a
Mass Effect
DLC that was free. That was an additive to the story because it
I
was
thought there
such a shitty
something
ending.
other than- I mean, like Mass Effect
No,
2
there
or
was
Dragon
it-
Age.
no,
or
no,
something.
no.
No,
There
it
was
might have
there
been
was
something like
no,
that.
no. It was Mass Effect 3. What they had is the DLC.
No, I know they added
a
a proper ending on after everyone bitched and moaned about how bad the ending.
no. What I'm talking about, the Mass Effect 3, the DLC that people were most mad about is it was a day 1 DLC
Oh,
that had a
yeah, it
Protean
was day
character.
one.
Yeah, it was a Protean
had a-
character that like
it
you
had
never,
part of the story too. It was
Yeah.
it was actually important to the fucking story, and you had to pay
Okay.
for it. It was
yeah,
absurd.
that's what people were really mad at, and that's like totally shitty. Yeah, like I'm
And
with you on
proper
that.
was the wrong word you used there, Nick. The ending was still awful. The one they added.
Oh, really?
I meant proper, like canonical, not like good or bad.
That's amazing that they
Uh,
actually like, you know, like fell under the pressure and actually made...
What's absurd, and I love like this, I've talked about this like a million times, but it just angers me to this day because I really like thought Mass Effect 3 could have been so good. It's just the story kills it in like a million different ways. But there was this really cool fan theory. It's called the indoctrination theory, and I'm sure if you've heard of it, you know what I'm talking about. But it was a really cool, and honestly, it had evidence to back it up, theory that there was this other ending that was good. It was actually a good ending. But they never seemed to build on that, and I honestly, they could have just, even if they hadn't done it, they could have taken it. It would have been 1,000 times better than the shit ending that they had given in the first place.
See, sometimes I think some things should just be left mysterious. Because, like, for instance, I'll give an example. I always loved from Zelda the fact that no one knew what the timeline was. I thought that was so cool. I mean, I totally wanted a real, legitimate, official Nintendo timeline in a way. But I didn't want Nintendo to release their official, because I knew that they had one. Of course they had one. But I didn't want them to actually release, and then they ended up releasing it, and it was like, it kind of takes the magic away.
Why do people assume that everything is always intentional? They may have just been making a bunch of weird stabs in the dark and then seen where they lined up, and in a lot of cases
They
they
absolutely were. Like they
Yeah,
absolutely-
right,
well,
but
with a
people
lot of the
always
early games,
attribute
yeah.
that everything is intentional.
Oh, yeah,
And-
totally.
That clearly wasn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's like,
Like,
that's like the Star Wars theory that, like, oh yeah, he called it Episode 4 because, like, he totally knew that what he was gonna do. No, it was a
Right.
fucking marketing move. Like, that's why I'm calling fucking Episode 4. So, like, but yeah, no, I totally agree. Yeah, of course, the timeline, at least early on, wasn't a thing. But beyond, after Ocarina of Time, the games were clearly in an
Right.
official storyline that they had. Or
When
a
they start
chronological
saying
order.
it's an official timeline, they're lying because there isn't an official timeline.
Well, I mean,
They made
like-
that shit up post hoc to make people happy.
And I give them credit
Yeah.
for how well they pieced it together with what they had, because it was
But
like
they rationalized it to exist.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
but that's the thing. That's what
I
I liked about the unofficial one, is that people tried to figure it out, which was it was just fun. It's fun.
Well, the
theory
unofficial one
crafting
was
thing.
relatively close to the official one, or
It
at least
was.
one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, well,
Because
it
they
was the
probably saw the
dual-
unofficial one and decided it was pretty close to what they wanted it to be.
Well, it was actually I don't like the official timeline as much as the old like unofficial one, because the unofficial one was the dual timeline theory, where in Ocarina of Time there's the young Link and the adult Link version.
Right. Well,
of
they have that in the
Hyrule.
official one.
Yeah, they do, but then they added a third prong, which was that Link fails, which is just like
I don't blame them for that. I don't blame them for that, because honestly, they needed a third one. Like they honestly, because each one is its own. The more you have, the better, because of how different the games are. Like
Yeah.
all the Zelda games, like the reason they're even possible to even remotely put them together is because each one is like a prequel or a sequel, or an ambiguous sequel. It's either a direct prequel or an ambiguous sequel. So you keep having these games that go before each other in some general place.
Yeah.
No, nothing specific, but they still connect in that this happened before this,
yeah.
and this happened after this. But there's no, again, like
Where in the timeline did Link and Zelda fight Mario and Mega Man? Because that happened,
That was in the Subspace Emissary timeline. Yeah.
and then
No,
they were on CDI
Actually,
for a while.
the lore
There's Phillips.
of Super Smash Brothers is very strange, because it's never been like directly spoken about, but like the lore that you could kind of understand is that, like, you know how you get trophies in the game, like all of the characters in Smash
They're
are
all
just
trophies.
yeah, and then like a child touches them and they come to life. And that's
It was
how
actually
they...
pretty obvious, because that's the first thing you saw when you boot up the Nintendo 64 version.
Yeah, see, but that's how it is in that one. But then in Subspace Emissary, they're also trophies, but they come to life in different ways. And then like the whole storyline of Subspace Emissary, even though there's no dialogue, is the bad guys have a trophy turner into gun. So like if they hit you with it, you turn
Oh my
back into
God.
a trophy. So
we're gonna need a better name for that one, I think, guys. Let's,
No, I like
brainstorm
that
some
one more.
ideas here.
yeah, so it was just
the
like
Trophinator. No,
that's
no,
pretty
it's
good
not.
too. Yeah, I can dig on
That's
that. But yeah.
So the reality that Smash Brothers exists versus the actual Zelda timeline is that it's second generation post-reality, where we're looking down into the world of humans playing Zelda games who also enjoy them, and then have made statuettes about them, and then those statuettes got turned to life by magic and
Mhm.
fight each other, and then there's us staring
Yes.
into the void,
We're the third.
We're
It's
the
basically
third.
Inception. Yeah,
removed level from that.
Basically, yeah.
yeah. It's very strange.
So there's actually parallel dimensions
Mhm.
going horizontally next to each other. So it's another third timeline of Zelda.
Yeah. It's quite strange.
Meta timeline, I guess
Yeah.
you would say.
But still, I don't like the third timeline. I don't like the Link failure timeline, because this is just a little bit of a cop out. Just a little bit of a cop out. Because like if you
I'm saying
accept
I agree
that
with you,
Link
but I'm
failed,
saying that it was,
well,
like,
because
not
here's the
really.
thing: is like if you accept that Link failing is a timeline, then every other
Every
game
time
in
you
the
lose
series,
the game.
Yeah, like, well, not only that, but like every single, because it only accepts one failure, right, as another entry point into a new timeline. But if you accept that Link failing is an alternate timeline, then technically every single game has another. They branch into two different paths, right? So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense.
I guess
in
the
my
way they
mind.
rationalize that is that in those timelines, maybe the world ends or there's no Link after that. Like maybe the
Yeah,
one where
maybe,
he
yeah.
was the only one where another Link came afterwards and
I
started.
guess so, yeah.
So the branching paths that terminate in Apocalypse all just end, and then
Yeah,
the second
and-
fork doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah,
At
but
least
then
that's
like
how I
the young Link timeline, or no, I'm sorry, no, yeah, the young Link timeline, actually results in Wind Waker, which is an apocalyptic story, right? Where like,
But it also had a Link. Like I'm
Fucking
saying
Kevin
the ones.
Costner.
yeah, well,
I'm saying the ones that are
but
not
it
listed
didn't
don't have.
really have a link, because like in that timeline, what happens is
Well, no,
he
he said
goes.
that's a Link.
A Toon Link.
No. He defeats Ganondorf, right? But then what happens is he goes away to Termina or whatever, to Majora's Mask game, and he never comes back. But Ganondorf comes back, and no hero.
Wait, no, that's not. You're wrong. The Wind Waker doesn't proceed.
You're wrong.
No.
You could be right. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Let's see.
Wind Waker's in the one where Adult Link succeeds, I believe. it's
might
like
trust
Ocarina-
Austin
But
on
either
this.
either
No, no.
way,
It's,
even
it's Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah,
and
you're right.
everyone-
No, I think it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. But even so, in that timeline, the reason that Wind Waker happens is because Link is gone. Because like he in either one, I think it's the one where like he either went back in time or he
Right, he went back in time and wasn't there to
wasn't
succeed.
there to save.
But
Yeah.
in the third one, he is there to succeed and fails, so he still changes the timeline in that way.
Yeah.
When does he go into Waggle Island in the sky? Is that before or after everything?
That's the very first one.
That was
Yeah.
the first one.
And that
Oh,
was
that's so
not-
depressing.
It was awful.
Yeah, I never played that one. That one looked.
Oh, I
pretty bad.
can't wait for the
that's
next
so
one. No.
depressing.
Oh, and see, that's the other reason why I don't like it is because the hero defeated timeline is where Link to the Past is. I love that one.
That-
Does
that's
it
where
count
it's-
for all the
yeah,
weird
that's-
ones too, like Oracle of Ages?
Huh?
Those are there. Those are in, I think, the main one before.
Oh, and
Ocarina.
see, that doesn't actually make any sense.
I feel like you're
because-
trying way too hard to write. This is the issue with
because
every
in the
Zelda.
beginning of the fucking Link to the Past, they talk about the Sealing War, which is the Ocarina of Time events, but the hero succeeds in the Sealing War. Like Ganon is sealed away.
Do you have? Am I have to get my
pretty
Japanese
sure.
copy of Hyrule Historia that I have because I bought it because they said they weren't going to release an English version, and then they released an English version because fuck me, I guess. Even though I paid $120 to ship the book from fucking.
What? Yeah, why did they think that they weren't gonna release an English?
I don't
version?
know. I was
Like,
so mad
that's-
too because I was like, "Oh, this is awesome! I want this." And like, only Japan. I'm like, "Well, I'm gonna ship this from Japan then," and I did. And then they made an English one, and it's like, "Are you fucking me? You fucked me." But at least I can say I have the Japanese one.
I don't get it. We're still trying to like post hoc rationalize a bunch of shit that's actually not at all linked
No.
together.
Yeah,
by
no, of
saying
course.
It is.
But it's because it's fun. That's what I mean. That's why I
This is
said.
magic. Yeah,
But then we
Yeah.
get angry when it doesn't make sense, and we're like, "Why doesn't it make sense?"
Well,
Well, because
no,
it had
see,
nothing to do with it.
I see. That's why I don't like that they released an official timeline. Is because then now I can poke holes in it and say like, oh, that doesn't make sense. That's fucked up. But like when it was all theory, it was like fun to like theory craft like, oh, why would this be this one and the. But like all of them did even though like beyond actually like since Link to the Past. Which I guess was only one game before
here we go. I
Ocarina,
found the
but
answer,
like
actually.
they were hinting that there was an overarching story between connecting the games.
What
So-
happens?
Yeah, well.
The Sealing War is an Ocarina of Time. The Sealing War happens directly after the failure segment. So he fails some stuff. Sealing War, Link to the Past.
Really? That's how they play it out? See, because it
Yeah.
seems like in Link to the Past they say it's the 7 wise men who are the ones who seal Ganondorf away.
Right.
So, which are, the sages, right? Like those are supposed to be the 7 sages. So
yeah, but
that's
the
why it
seven
makes it
sages
seem
are
like-
always different. Like we're always having different sages and different links and different
Yeah,
Zeldas.
it's like fucking
yeah.
Metroid. Every time you start it, you don't have your powers for some reason. Let's figure out why. Same archetype.
Yeah, I
What
like
about
that.
Hyrule Warriors? Where does that fit in?
That one's actually they've officially announced that it does. It's just a fun like.
Oh, now they can just decide things don't fit in.
Well, I bet. I mean,
The part where they fight all the other popular Nintendo characters, that has a place in canon, but this thing doesn't?
well, I don't think Smash has a place in canon either. Oh, so
Like,
Oracle
it
of
did.
Seasons and Oracle of Seasons happens between Link to the Past and Link's Awakening.
Yeah.
And then Legend of Zelda, and then the Adventure of Link.
Mhm.
What about the CDI games?
Those don't count.
Don't count, yeah.
Oh, so there's more exceptions.
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, those ones weren't even. Those ones are like.
So we're gonna
super-
pick and choose which things fit into this ridiculous thing we post hoc figured out.
Yeah.
We want to
The
rationalize.
Zelda games.
But see, in the Link to the Past, the Knights of Hyrule were the ones who defeated Ganondorf, and then the 7 wise men seal Ganon in the Golden Land. But then, but see, and then there's that whole undertone of Ocarina of Time, where Link is supposed to be a descendant of a Hylian knight, which makes him like a Hylian knight, which is the whole idea. And so that it makes sense that like the Ocarina of Time, it was like
But
the
he's an
young
elf.
timeline. He could be an elf. Could be a Kokiri.
Yeah, he was like hanging out with elves, so like how did he become descended from a knight all of a sudden?
Well, he was hidden away in his.
The Night Bang
Actually,
elves?
they in Ocarina of Time they imply that Link is like Jesus. because
Yeah, that I believe that.
yeah, because the way that they explain away that he like was in Tokery Forest
We're
is
obsessed
that
with the Jesus thing.
yeah, well, because it's implied that he doesn't have any parents, like he was just like immaculately created on the earth.
No, he has a mother. They talk about his mother.
Not in Ocarina of Time.
It's always
Yeah,
foster
yeah, yeah.
parents,
When
isn't it?
when there's the flame in the background, like he was stripped from his mother or something. There's definitely text
I
about his
thought they were
mother.
always foster parents, or they
No,
died in
he
a way
has
we
a
never knew about
he
them.
has
Really,
he has parents in a couple of them.
Yeah, well, but not in
Believe.
Ocarina of Time. Like in Ocarina of Time,
No, well,
the way he
he
says you were
do
brought to us, the Deku
by
Tree.
I definitely remember something about a mother in Ocarina of Time, like 100%. There's text when with the flame in the background. We're talking about Ganondorf.
Ocarina of Time.
should ask Siri.
Mother.
We need to have our own separate, like, just podcast talking about the Zelda timeline, Rob. I feel like we could talk
Yeah.
for hours
Siri,
about it.
does Link have a mother?
And Legend of
Hold on, let's Siri.
Okay,
After-
give me a moment. Here's what I found on the web for Does Link Have a Mother?
Okay, so it's after you beat the Forest Temple.
Ah, I told you, I knew there was something about his mother.
Link's
I
mother was
fucking-
gravely injured and his son
Yes, yes.
He was a child of destiny raised in a Kokiri despite the Okay, so then maybe that's where I was getting it from, because like they didn't say that he had a father, so like the implication
Right.
is that it's immaculate conception.
Well,
So
I
it's
don't
like
know if they're. I just think
Jesus.
maybe the father's not just in the picture or something, or maybe he's a
yeah.
bastard
Yeah,
or
maybe
something.
I was
I
just
don't-
reading into it. That probably is what happened, but
I don't have
I
an
don't-
answer here.
Oh, poor Siri. She's not having a good day today.
yeah, really.
It is
looks-
funny how the most recent game is the earliest game, and the earliest game is the latest game in the timeline.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's just.
What about the
like.
3DS one, Link Between Worlds.
Well, it does only make sense though. Like
Oh,
that,
wait, when does a Link Between Worlds? Shit. What does that fit
well,
in?
that's
That one was
after Link to the
basically
Past.
supposed to be Link to the Past too, but I
Yeah.
don't know that there's necessarily room for it to be next to.
Maybe it's in between Link to
Yeah,
the
no,
Past and the Oracle Ages.
It has to be, because
Yeah.
it makes sense that it would be, because like Oracle of Seasons and Ages doesn't actually take place in Hyrule. It's like this weird. It's kind of like Termina. It's like the alternate universe, like world.
Parallel dimension Hyrule.
Yeah.
Honestly, they didn't have any trouble putting Link's Awakening in somewhere. Like, that one could have fucking gone anywhere. That one
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking Wind Egg. Who
Yeah.
cares?
literally could have gone in any.
Yeah, but
one.
Link's Awakening is the same Link from Link to the Past, right? So, it's
Is it though? I don't
Yeah.
think it is.
Yeah. No, it is. I think the Link to the Past Link is Link's Awakening Link. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, I don't know about that.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Pretty sure. Hold on, let me see. Link to the Past.
Oh, that's good. I do actually like the timeline.
Me too.
I will argue for it that I think they did a pretty good job with it.
I do too. I just don't like
Because also
hero
I mean
defeated
you got to read Hyrule Historia. Hyrule Historia goes to each game
Yeah.
and does like it's so good. I love
But then
Hyrule.
come-
but it does make sense that the first two games are like at the end of whatever, because I actually would really like if they revisited that type of world, because in like the original Legend of Zelda, like Legend of Zelda 2 has more of like a world where there's people and stuff, but Legend of Zelda 1, it's like basically Wind Waker except way worse, because there are like no living people at all, and it's just all filled with monsters and ruins, and it's all fucked up and destroyed.
Yeah, it
and,
does
like-
feel like the later you go in the timelines, the worse shit gets.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you get like Majora's Mask, Twilight Princess, Legend of Zelda, Link to
The tone is really dark in the first Zelda. Now that I think about it,
It is. It's really dark. Like there's the only people that exist are the guy who gives you that sword, and then like the bad guys. Like that's pretty much it.
I feel like there's got to be at least a couple other ones, but I don't remember very well.
I think Impa is in the first.
There's
one.
a lot of graveyards, and there's certainly fairies.
Yeah, there's the graveyard. Well, yeah, there's fairies. There's the graveyards. There's all ruins and destroyed
but like
places
who went
and
in the
old temples
graveyards?
and
Like
stuff.
somebody had to make the graves, right?
Yeah,
like
probably
somebody had
all
to
the
dig
people
them.
that are fucking dead now because Ganondorf fucked shit up super hard.
Who buried the last dead person?
I don't know. Maybe that guy
The
who
wizard
gave him
in the
sword.
cave?
Yeah, the guy who gave you the sword. There's actually, if you guys like Legend of Zelda stuff, like everyone in the comments and you guys as well, you should look up Zach Gorman, because Zach Gorman has like some of the greatest Zelda comics ever. Like Hold on.
Can you imagine
comic-
that kid's the last like kid, and this is the last wizard, and he buried everyone else that exists in this world, and this kid wanders into his cave, and he's like, you know what? You're gonna need this sword. 'Cause you're about to fucking die.
Yeah. Here, look at this. Look at this comic. It's super good. It's like it's a GIF too, which is what's so cool about his art, is that he does.
Oh,
a lot
yeah,
of
I've
them
seen
in
A
this.
GIF
gift
form.
to the world.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna add a sub-region to get the comic up, but it's so cool. It's
How come Link never carts around with Mario or does parties with him or like exercises or going
He's
to like
about to have his first card experience, actually.
wacky islands?
is he really?
He never
He's
does
gonna
any
be
of
in.
that
He's
stuff.
gonna be in a cart game.
He's gonna be in Mario Kart 8 as a DLC.
Oh my god, really?
Oh,
Well, no,
can you
the
drive a Mercedes Benz?
No, like that's the no. They're actually adding
Oh,
two. They're adding two really good DLCs with a bunch of like 8 new maps in each DLC and playable characters and carts, and it's gonna be actual DLC.
so what does that mean? That seems like a really big turning stone, since this is the same time that Nintendo decided to make a Dynasty Warriors crossover, and also include Link as DLC in another game. He was always the sacred cow that they would never put in other stuff because
I
he
know.
couldn't be tainted.
Well,
Like,
there.
he-
Okay, let's say
the series
timeline
is
number
too good.
4. Link gets sucked into an alternate dimension, and Smash Brothers Mario Kart and all that happens. There you go.
Hyrule
There's your-
Warriors.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like the
I
fact
just
that
mean
they're
that
gonna.
Nintendo as a company, they've decided now he's not too good to be put into all this other shit like everyone else.
I know. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm like so afraid of that. And I don't.
As
But
long
there's
as
nothing to be
they,
afraid of, it's already happened.
as long as they make their Zelda games and they're whatever. Like they've not done anything to offend me yet with Link. Like,
I'm not trying to make people offended. I'm just curious about what's changed in their minds they've decided to say, okay, this is fine now.
Probably just that like their
well,
numbers
Mario
aren't doing
Kart was
so
always Mario Kart was always Mario Kart, and Mario like
well. Well, yeah,
there's only Mario characters. There never was anyone from any other game.
yeah. That's true.
Like-
there is Donkey Kong, but he was
Actually, this will be. I
technically-
think this will be the first time that a person who's not in a Mario game will be in a Mario Kart game.
Why
Link.
is it that I feel like there were Mario Kart characters that had nothing to do with Mario Kart?
No.
Uh,
What do you mean?
Am I just making that up in my own head?
I think you are.
Yeah, no, there never was. The only one that you can be argued is like Donkey Kong, but technically he was the first Mario game. So
Yeah, that's not an argument. Okay,
Yeah.
well, maybe I'm just crazy then.
yeah, they were all always characters in Mario games. Yeah.
The commenters have already long torn me a new one for that one.
Yeah, and the commenters on my video are perhaps looking at this this wonderful, beautiful artwork that Zach
doubt it.
Gorman has made. I actually
Someone-
really love Zach Gorman's artwork, and whenever I try to like draw in a cartoonish way, like I try to like rip off his style because it's so fucking
Wow.
good.
What a Gorman fanboy.
I
Wow.
know.
Piece
I
of
love Zach
shit.
Gorman.
Why don't these assholes just play another Magic game? What the fuck?
Yeah, speaking of which, it's an hour and 11 minutes, so
Nice. Another long one. We
Yeah,
did
yeah.
good. Guys.
yeah. So that's a good time to end it. Thanks for watching
Look
Magic,
forward
everybody.
to the Hyrule Mega Pack podcast where we talk about Zelda for 3
Yeah.
hours.
I hope
We have
get-
managed to cover a Nintendo game each episode, I believe.
That's true.
At some point.
It just shows like I'm so cynical about Nintendo, but it like I hope you guys
We
know.
all want to
We-
love
we
Nintendo.
love
We
Nintendo.
really do.
Like I don't know how close. I know it's close to Austin's heart. It's close to my heart. I don't know how close Nintendo is to your heart, Nick.
Of course you would say that. 'Cause
No,
I'm the
no.
most cynical out of all of them.
No, I'm just saying because like I don't know. I don't. Well, I mean, I guess you
Yes,
do really
I
love
owned a
Metroid,
Nintendo
so-
when I was a kid. I played
Yeah.
all the Mario games. I played all the Zelda games. They're definitely a big part of my life.
Yeah,
I just started to peel away from them maybe a little bit earlier than some of the others did.
yeah.
But I definitely stuck through all the Nintendo era through the GameCube era. It just once the Wii came out, they lost me pretty hard.
Yeah.
I
that's
got really down on the whole thing of like really trying to grind money out of people. And that's what made me so cynical. It made me very quickly switch my opinions about things that I did care about a lot.
Yeah, me too. It's sad.
I will always buy a Zelda game until they decide to fuck me hard.
I
Like they
will
they
too.
fucked me with Skyward Sword, but they didn't fuck me hard enough.
Mm.
They didn't fuck me hard enough.
They didn't fuck me hard.
And on that note, thanks, thanks for watching Magic, everybody. Well, new episodes Mondays and Fridays, so be sure to come back now. Y'all come back now, you hear?
You're here?
Making fun of me?
Bye. This is Alpaca Patrol signing out. Peace, fools.